Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 15 of Timeliner, my progression locked Ironman series, where I'll be exploring the world of Runescape, one game update at a time, only with the gear and skills available up until this point. After untangling the last inconsistency that some quest reworks caused us over the history of classic Runescape, it is finally time to fully experience the newly released Runescape 2. And what better way is there than getting some gear upgrades? I was shocked how limited range and mage were in Classic, with basically no gear aside from weapons to support it. But this finally changed. So the first stop is here at the archery shop in Varrock to upgrade from paltry leather chaps to sturdy green dragonhide armor. The shop locations back then were a bit more spread out, but body, legs and gloves were all in vendor stock back then. What an upgrade. As for mage, well, tough luck. This will have to wait for another couple of months. But here's just a means to an end. And the end is quests. So let's take a look at the first non-rework quest of Runescape 2. The day is May 18, 2004. The Felder Pills south of Yanil got a further area expansion, revealing another friendly ogre who needs help in quest number 52, Big Chompy Bird Hunting. Scratch the friendly. He wants stabbers so he can hunt some chompies, which are some kind of delicious bird. And the stabbers are heavy arrows from achy trees and wolf's bones. No problem. The trees are right next to him, as well as a pack of wolves. 24 should be enough. I hope. But of course there's always something missing. Can't make arrows without feathers. A quick trip to the bank in Yanel later, and that should do it. Strip the bones, attach feathers to the shaft, and tip them. Voila, 24 ogre arrows. Rance is happy with our work, but now we need some bait to lure in the birds. Betsy Toadies should do it. And his children might be able to help us with that. Cozy. They use a blower to blow up the toads in the nearby swamp with gas. Sounds simple enough, just stealing one from his highly secure chest and off to the swamp. Sucking in and blowing out. Better take a couple in case something goes wrong. Placing one down here in the south, and now it's a wedding game. Ah, there it is. Stupid ogre, shoot! He even needs to be told to do something. And of course it's a miss! Using our superior intellect, we convince him to give us a try with the bow instead. Easy. But of course it doesn't end here. The bird still needs to be cooked. Rance wants onion with this, and we need to talk to his kids to find out what else. Tomato and cabbage. What surprisingly simple requests. I think I saw some veggies growing on the way here. That's a cabbage, tomato, and onion. Suspiciously easy. Now just put it all on the fire pit and done. Cool. XP and all the skills we used, and the ability to hunt chompy birds to get a fancy hat. Up to 4k kills. Yeah, I think that's something for the future. Let us instead skip time for 2 weeks to the 2nd of June 2004. The first part of a puzzle quest series in CS Village released. The mysterious elemental workshop is quest number 53. Search the shelves in a house in CS Village for an old book to start. Sounds good. Nope. No. Oh, that was fast. Now, let's see. The book of the elemental shield. Some rare ore can be found here, and a workshop was constructed to smith it into powerful items. But it was deemed too dangerous by the Magi, so the workshop was closed. Now this book holds the only way to access this workshop. What a handy right-click option. I wonder where a hidden workshop could be. If only we had some way to look through walls. Now then, tell us your secret, workbench. Ah, the results of the future elemental workshop parts. I've only done part 1 and 2 in old school, so these will hopefully be very fun. But for now, we only need the shield. We should find all the instructions on what to do somewhere scattered around here. Let's get searching. Lever, stone bowl, needle. Somewhat useful, I suppose. But we need ore for a bar. An earth elemental sounds like a perfect source. Die, rock. Better grab 2 of them. I'm not sure if you already need the second one, but can't hurt to have it. This furnace looks ideal to smelt them. And with the fire elementals not dropping anything useful, this lava throw seems to be the way. Not quite hot enough, however, but there are a bunch of pipes to the next room. Large bellows, perfect, but they need stitching. Luckily we found leather needle nearby. Only thread is missing, but the bank is close. Now we need to fix the lever to power it. Let's follow the pipes again. A water wheel? Now that should be spinning. Let's randomly push the valves until it works. Fascinating. Turning on the bellows should give us enough heat. Oh, for coal. Of course. Let's check our magical item stock. Wow. 7. Well, I guess it's settled then. Just 1 elemental bar. And a quest completed. Protections against wyverns. Which were not in the game for another year and a half. Oh well, into the bank you go. Now it's already time for another time skip. Let's leave the 2nd of June behind us and prepare for an entirely new area on the 29th of June 2004. Beyond the river south, the cursed lands of Mauritania looms, with many evil lurking behind every tree. To make sure that the crossing into these lands is secure, the king urges us to check in with Brother Dressel, a priest who lives in the crossing temple, making sure that no evil may pass the river. In quest number 54, Priest in Peril. Of course we'll do that, my lord. And ignore the giant floating quest marker as well. Knock knock. Yeah, that's not really how the joke goes, but anyway, Dressel, you're right in there. Ah, might have taken a couple of tries to get the name right, but surely that means all is well. Nearly all at least, as some ferocious beast is looming in the catacombs. No problem. As a mighty adventurer we shall restore peace to this bastion. Well, that was anticlimactic. Back to the king to tell him how good we did. Hey, no reason to be rude. I just did what was asked of me. You're not paying me enough to think. Apparently we did bad. And some fiends have taken over the place. Now we need to smoke them out and get Dressel to safety. We can do that. Such a peaceful route. Crying women in front of a creepy mansion. Ghost of a fallen trapped in eternal anguish. So serene. You are being freed from evil. Please do not resist. Ah, key. Now where's Dressel? These guys just respawned on here. Still alive. Good to see. Let's get you to safety. In a quick lore recap, he tells us that this temple was built in the place of a great battle, where humans drove back the evils of Mauritania, and Saradomin himself blessed this river so that they are unable to pass it. But now, with the gods long gone, and never ever to return, this protection slowly fades, and these cultists seek to break it by corrupting the source of the river right underneath the temple. Now we have 2 problems remaining. 1. The key doesn't fit. 2. There's a sleeping vampire in this coffin, and we are ill-equipped to fight it. Maybe the basement will hold answers for these problems. A well directly down to the river and a bunch of statues with golden items, and one with an iron key. Let's swap it for a golden one. Success! Hopefully this one frees Dressel. It does, but he dares not move until we do something to contain the vampire. Maybe some holy water does the trick. Bucket and rope to get some murky river water. Sprinkle that onto the coffin, and now Dressel finally gets a move on. Down into the basement again to reverse the damage the cultists have done. Rune Essence should have enough purity to cleanse the water again and restore the board. Back to Varrock, teleported to the Rune Essence mine, and back with an inventory full of them. Ward restored. And quest completed. Some prayer XP, a dagger with which to hunt werewolves, and some kudos for a future museum update. But more importantly, access to Mauritania. Ah, what a lovely place. I'm not sure how much was accessible on this day, but surely Kenefes, a city ran by werewolves, was. Time to put our new dagger to good use. With it, the people do not transform into werewolves when attacked. The damage kinda sucks. Let's test a normal weapon. A bit of a shame that over many rebalancings such special weapons were made useless. Anyway, it's time to further explore these swampy lands, and what better way there is than through a new quest. Around 2 weeks later, on the 13th of July 2004, a dangerous swamp to the south opened up, unveiling quest number 55, Nature Spirit. Willimant Harlock, a druid and a friend to Dressel, lives in the Wardmire swamp to study the guests, but Drizzle hasn't heard from him in a while, asking us to check in on him. Sure thing. We just need to avoid the ghosts which we cannot attack and who drain our food or our life force. Nasty. The whole place is absolutely swarming with them. And there goes the first food. Hopefully we find the Fillyman soon. Ah, a secluded island with a broken bridge. Hop. After an update in 2022, you can no longer fail this jump, making it the best agility training method from level 1 to 30. Only weirdos would train agility this way though. Now Fillyman. Doesn't look overly healthy. Quite dead even, if I had to guess. And only speaking nonsense too. Well, better grab a ghost speak amulet, I suppose. And I hope I remember to pick it up for all Mauritania quests. Hop. Now Fillyman, I can see dead people. They don't know that they're dead. No, seriously, my dude, you are dead. Look into the mirror. Finally, he gets it. With his spirit still so worldly, and guidance from his notebook, he decides to try to turn into a nature spirit to heal these lands. Nice quest name drop. And to help him, we need to procure 3 items. Something with faith, something from nature, and something freely given. And he can guide us towards one of these at least. Something from nature. We need to cast a druidic spell on some rotten logs, but first require a blessing from a priest to be able to cast it. That sounds like it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Quick round trip to Drizzle for a drive-by blessing, and quickly back to the swamp. Alakazam! Something of nature. With us as something with faith, and we spend Druid spell scroll as something freely given. The first part of a ritual is done. Just needs a final touch of magic inside his grotto. Very green. And in turn, he shows us a way to kill the ghasts. A silver sickle is needed, however. I should have started a counter for all these Varrock teleports today. So, grab a silver ore from the Alkarit mine, buy a sickle mold, and 1, 2, 3, a sickle thingy. Back at the grotto, Fillyman blesses our weapon, and with it we can conjure more mushrooms from rotten logs, which we can use to bind the physical presence of ghasts to attack them, or something along those lines. What matters is, it works. And with that knowledge, he now fully transforms the grotto into a holy sanctuary. Nice upgrade. To be honest, I don't understand why he had to wait with that stuff, but that is another quest completed. As a reward, a bunch of XP, the ability to kill ghasts, and an altar that boosts our prayer points in the most out-of-the-way location one could think of. We'll probably never ever use it. Now it is time for some non-quest related update. Another 2 weeks later, on the 27th of July, a new agility training method was finally added. No more of just 3 different agility courses, as the Brimhaven Agility Arena opened its doors. For a small fee, we may enter and try to take a ticket dispenser every minute, tackling a variety of obstacles along the way. And my god, is it terrible at this agility level. Please, just 1 ticket. I'll spare you my epic montage of repeatedly failing and just jump to the solution. Goodbye, you dreadful place. Our reward we can exchange for some herbs or experience. Don't see a reason for 1 herb, so XP it is. I haven't looked into it when I next need to train agility. I hope there will be better methods. For now, it's time to look at another area expansion to the northwest. Another 2 weeks later, on the 9th of August 2004, the town of Peril was added north of Tivoli, expanding the Ascania region. The town was massively overhauled in 2012 and currently serves as a starting point for new players. But the overall theme still stands as a militaristic stronghold against the trolls from the mountains to the north, who will be a focus of our next quest, number 56, Death Plateau. It got reworked alongside Peril and is now a fully voice-acted adventure. Let's hear what Commander Denelf has to say.
The trolls have taken up a position on Death Plateau, and we can't move them. If we can find another route, then we can try and ambush them or just spy on their movements.
Scouting work, on it. First, let's get out of town.
I'm here to stop the trolls. I'll stand here all day watching for trolls. Trolls look a lot like rocks. I'll spend all day staring at rocks.
Relatable. First up, a dwarf by the name of Sabbath. Maybe he knows of a different path.
Ambush the trolls, eh? That's an idea. First good one I've heard the god of in a long while. What you need is to break into one of the natural caves under here. That'll sort you out.
Sounds great, but we need a chart to uncover these hidden caves. Luckily his wife in a nearby hut should be able to give us one. Thanks for your help. And where's this death plateau that makes us so much trouble? Better stay clear. Hello Frida. She's got a bit of a different opinion than her husband, recommending climbing instead of going under. But no matter, she'll make us the survey, as long as we can run some errands for her and Burthorpe. She needs some spikes on her boots from the local smith.
I suppose so. There you go then. Here are your boots.
Suspiciously easy, without any kind of further demands. Now then, let's get digging. I am a dwarf and I'm probably being racially insensitive. Moving on. Just a couple of jumps and climbs until we see the bright sun again. Perfect place for an ambush.
Hello.
Ah, ambush. Attack. Whew, that Valve fiend is gone. Better report back to Denolf quickly.
Let's plan a little surprise for the trolls. You've done great work today.
Wonderful. And such a pitiful reward. Only 300 XP. It used to give 3000. Oh well. No time to waste. The follow-up quest is just around the corner. Only 3 weeks later, on the 24th of August. After the successful ambush of the guards, Dave himself fell victim to one, and now Godric, the smith's son, was captured and brought to the stronghold deep in the mountains. And so far their rescue attempts have failed. Worry not, we will bring back the lad to safety. We should talk with Frida again. She mentioned something about climbing. Ah, she sells us a pair of climbing boots. Now we should be able to pass the rough terrain. But we should also stock up on food before we head out. Trolls are tough enemies. Starting from the scouted ambush spot, we set foot deep inside troll territory. Danger lurks around every corner. How lucky we are to have sturdy boots to make these climbs. The first outliers of the stronghold. An arena of sorts. Time to defeat the champion. He hit surprisingly hard. Good thing we went back for full inventory of food. Luckily, none of the other trolls now dare challenge us. A bit of mountain climbing later, we finally arrive at the real stronghold. Looks shabby from above, but on the inside it's filled to the brim with trolls. Better find Godric fast. The door to the prison is locked. Not good. We need to find a way around. I wonder if one of these generals has good loot. Burning through quite a bit of food here. Now die and give me a defense level. Thank you very much. Oh, and a key. Also good. Ah, Godric. And another prisoner. Next to some sleepy guards. Better not risk a fight, so thieving it is. Perfect. Both prisoners freed. Now let's get out of here. And this also unlocks a shortcut. Very good. This will come in handy until we've unlocked the Trollheim teleport. Now we better report back. One son safely returned home. Ooh, big reward. 20k XP. Now that is not time accurate. Back then, this quest would simply grant a lore talisman and thus the ability to craft lore runes. How was that in any way related to this quest? Well, not at all. That's why this reward was changed in 2008. But until then, I'll decline this XP, and hopefully will not forget to claim these lamps once we pass that update. A bit surprisingly, lore talismen have only really weird drop sources. I'd have expected at least one good way to get them, but apparently not. Oh well, our runecraft level is way too low for them anyway, and we can buy as many lore runes as we need. And with that, I wish you goodbye for today. That was quite a good chunk of 2004 already. I've decided to pick up my pace a bit. I'm quite familiar with the content until the OSR's cutoff date, and want to get to the completely new stuff a bit faster now. There will still be a few updates, however, that will keep me occupied for quite a while. Until then, thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.